Good morning, family. Hey, it's Saturday morning. Blessings to you all on this super Saturday morning, the sixth day of April 2024. Question for you today: what are relationship boundaries? A lot of us, we say we have boundaries, but many of us really don't. Or we have things that we don't like that we prefer or don't prefer, and we may consider those things boundaries. But in reality, you get involved in relationships and you're finding yourselves connected with people who manipulate, try to control, people who are demanding, people who don't respect your space. And you find yourself frustrated in the relationship because you're like, wow, how in the world did we get here? Why in the world am I here? Right? And this is true, family, because there is a lack of relationship boundaries. All right. And so, where you begin to establish your boundaries, you have to first and foremost, family, have a vision for love. This is something that I teach, something that I instruct here at Real Love Nation, especially in our group coaching as well as our one on one coaching. All of our clients, whether you're dating, you're single, whether you're engaged, married, I teach everyone, men and women, that you have to have a clear vision for love. Because there's a beautiful scripture that says, where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. Another word for boundaries. There will be no set boundaries. There will be no clear cut idea of how the flow of the relationship should go, how you need to be loved, brothers, how we need to be respected. And so I'm going to share with you this morning a few love nuggets on what real relationship boundaries look like, because a lot of us think we have boundaries, but we don't. And indicative of the fact that we lack boundaries in our relationships is the the slew of marriages and relationships that we've been through. I'm guilty too. Listen, I'm not sitting on some pseudo seat of superiority like I got it all together. I don't. I'm learning just like you. But what I have gained by God's grace, what I have gained is a degree of wisdom based on experiences that I've learned, based on sitting myself down and getting some counseling, getting some therapy, and having healed from those situations. And now spending time with God, allowing Him to heal the inward parts, things that we don't talk about, things that we don't share with other people, and allowing God to heal those areas, those broken areas, and then having a holistic and well balanced perspective on how to develop and maintain healthy love relationships. Blessings on you, Miss Rhonda. Thanks for coming in. Queen Lavora is in the building. Blessings to you. Thank you all for coming in. So listen, you all go ahead and share. I'll wait for a couple of minutes. I don't have a lot of time, but I did want to come on and share a little bit of time with you this morning regarding relationship boundaries, because a lot of us just don't have them. That's really the bottom line. We just don't have them. Some of us think that your relationship boundaries are based on your preferences. Preferences are not boundaries. They're just things that you like, things that you prefer. That's all it is. But it's not necessarily a boundary. All right. I'm going to share with you today what some boundaries are, and actually some necessary relationship boundaries. Because if we don't have set boundaries, then we won't have healthy relationships. That's really the bottom line. I want you to get that ingrained in your mind, ingrained in your heart, that absent of relationship boundaries, then there cannot be a healthy love relationship. I'm going to say that again, because some of y'all don't believe fat meat is greasy. Absent of relationship boundaries, you will not have a healthy love relationship. All right? Because if you understand the principle of we have to teach people how to love us, then you have to understand that in the teaching of what you need to feel loved is the boundary. Okay? But those have to be communicated clearly before we get deep into a relationship. Those have to be established in the dating process. All right? not after we're engaged, not just before we're married or after we're married, but in the dating process. All right. I'm going to pause here because I don't know if I got a good, strong Wi Fi connection or not. I don't see people coming into the broadcast. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to assume that maybe we might have some challenges. I might have to shut this broadcast down. I've been enjoying my time, my quiet time here by the pool. And so while I was sitting here, I just wanted to come on and share. But I do understand sometimes I don't get strong Wi Fi connection here by the pool. So I'll wait for a second. If not, I'll just go back inside so that we can have a good, strong Wi Fi connection. Because I do want to share this, and I do want to share with the people who are hungry to understand and know why boundaries are necessary. Do I have them for myself, right? You want to ask that question for yourself. Do I have boundaries? Yeah, I think I have boundaries. If you ask the average person will say, oh, yeah, I got relationship boundaries. Oh, yeah, my boundaries are clear. But if you ask the average person, that same person or same persons, if you ask them, what are your relationship boundaries? Name me your top 3 relationship boundaries. Most of them would have a challenge clearly articulating what those relationship boundaries are. All right. Blessings, Leslie Dove. Good to see you. Most people would have a challenge being very clear on what those relationship boundaries are. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Leslie, Miss Rhonda, Lavora, I'm gonna do this because I don't see anybody coming in and sharing, and I don't see a good response here. So I'm assuming that we might have some Wi-Fi challenges. So I'm gonna I'm gonna shut this broadcast down and I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna come right back on in just about 5 minutes. But it looks like I'm either getting a delay on this end. I'm getting a delay. Um, yeah, because I'm not seeing the response that I'm accustomed to seeing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, Leslie Dove, and then I'll come back in just a few minutes. All right. All right. So we'll be right back in just a few.